NFL fans. Let's talk real quick. All right, guys. So the Pittsburgh Steelers recently hired former Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers head coach Mike McCarthy as their new head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, obviously this is the fourth Pittsburgh Steelers head coach in franchise history. They pretty much have a very long way of history of pretty much keeping their head coaches for a very long time, long term. And this hire has received a lot of pushback from many, although some still acknowledge that head coach Mike McCarthy is a good coach. However, they feel that him being an older coach and a coach that's kind of pretty much not the most innovative and kind of pretty much still stuck in his ways isn't necessarily going to bring too much of a change as to how Mike Tomlin throughout the time didn't necessarily get them back to uh, you know, winning beyond the first round of the wild card of the playoffs or the postseason. So I think the main pushback that people are getting back is saying, hey, like, we need some more young blood in the organization right now. We need some new life. Somebody that can kind of pretty much connect with the players. But here's my thing though. I think the young coach wave is kind of pretty much at times a bit overrated because you still have some quality great at least good head coaches in the league that are older. You know what I mean? Like, is Andy Reid young? Is Andy Reid that somebody can relate to these young guys? You know what I mean? Like, even his defensive coordinator, Tony Spagnuolo, like, is he young? You know what I'm saying? What about a Vic Fangio? Is he young? You know what I mean? Sean Payton, is he young? No, these guys aren't young. You know what I'm saying? Even like a Todd Bowles in Tampa Bay, although he's kind of like similar on the cusp of like not really getting that team to that next level. I still think Todd Bowles is a pretty solid, good coach as far as him coaching defense. As far as that goes, I think he's still a pretty good coach, and I still think Mike McCarthy is a pretty good coach. I think he's good at what I'm saying, developing and bringing out the best of his quarterbacks. That's just my opinion. Um, and I think that's the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers went in this direction. They say, hey, we need an offensive minded head coach. You know what I'm saying? Versus look at all the options that are pretty much available. You had a Raheem Morris, a Brian Flores, and also a John Harbaugh. What I mean, at your disposal. And I think they kind of pretty much went with the offensive minded coach, the guy that's usually best with working with quarterbacks. And I think Mike McCarthy was a good hire for that to do that job and fulfill that purpose. So I think the young head coach thing is overrated. Now, here what a young think head coach thing can be, you know what I'm saying? The best thing for a team, obviously, to connect and relate to the players. When the players and the coaches kind of pretty much have that trust factor, it kind of makes allow things to go a little bit more cohesively. But I think it's more so okay, you have a old coach, but is this old coach pretty much open minded? You know what I'm saying? Open minded to learning, you know what I'm saying, new things, how to be innovative, open minded to learning from his younger coaches, open minded to kind of pretty much connect with the players, kind of see where they can kind of pretty much meet common ground at, meet halfway at, and things like that, man. And I just think Mike McCarthy, his time in Dallas, his ability to, what I'm saying, consistently, have those 3 years where he went 12-5 every year, it speaks volumes, man. I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. I think he did a phenomenal job during his time and his duration in Dallas, man. And yeah, bro, like, yeah, you have great young coaches across the league, from the Sean McVay to a Kyle Shanahan. Mike Tomlin was young, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Pittsburgh had a young coach. I just think during the Mike Tomlin stance, you failed to replace Big Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I'm saying? And I think that really stunted Mike Tomlin's growth as a coach, post the Ben Roethlisberger era. You know what I mean? Like, you did not do a good job of replacing the quarterback. You did not do a good job of replacing the main ingredient to rebuilding the franchise and getting them back to that next level. So Mike Tomlin' ability to consistently win games and consistently to be above 500 with mediocre quarterback play, it speaks volumes, man. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Like, comment, share. Follow me on every social media platform at Jabbar Showtime, man. Tell me what y'all think, man. Is the old coach thing, you know what I'm saying, the thing teams need really to acknowledge, or hey man, as long as that old coach is open minded, is it okay? Let me know what y'all think.